When you arrive in Kinnick Stadium, you know what's in store. Hard nose, toughness, defense, and you better bring your hat and be ready to strike somebody when you come into this black and gold cauldron to take on the Hawkeyes. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. The Hawkeyes will put total leather and will get started. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Hoosiers offense will have the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
On the run, it's Chubb. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
Such a big decision early in the game. When you're opening drive, 3rd and short, you run it, you don't pick it up, and now you're just inches away from getting it. I'm not going to be surprised, guys, if they decide to run it here again.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide out in motion. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to take off. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance. You know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Fires on the move. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. He'll pull it on the read. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
He's looking to throw it. Got a man, it's Hall. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And he intercepts it. Taking it the other way. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Sweet cut there. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
They'll try the run. At the 20, he's got space. Running toward the tape. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Iowa! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch you, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That is a great example of the D-line playing with tremendous awareness. That player knew he was not going to get to the quarterback, wasn't going to sack him. So he slowed himself down, got under control, located the quarterback, and then got his big paws in the air to knock it away.
They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. He's going to pass. Coming after him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And that is the way you set the tone. Man, early and often. Here in the first quarter, getting your first sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week, and it's looking like today it's going to be more of the same.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
It's now second and goal.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
Knocked down for the tackle.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Indiana!
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a 2-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Caught in the backfield, it's Burns. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on first down from the 28. The give. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Feeling some heat. It's complete to the right. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. And the Hawkeyes are rolling down the field.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The Hawkeyes will hustle to the line.
first downs is that alone, just on this drive. The defense, if they keep this up, they're going to get worn out, continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Right back to it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first down.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll do it himself. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Absolutely perfect. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Makes a connection. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. A first down for the offense. Wants to go up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10 here. The aerial assault continues. Wide open downfield. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 6th play of the drive coming up. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. How about that sweet footwork along the sideline? It is a catch.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Clay. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Snags it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Iowa has the ball back on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Now improvising. Turns it on in midfield. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lynch. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He's got his man. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Timeout by the defense as they're trying to ice this kicker. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a single. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here, too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. He'll take another shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Hoosiers will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. If the offense has had enough, they'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today at Iowa City as we say hello from our broadcast studios.
The Hoosiers will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. He'll keep it himself. Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback adapting. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. On third down, going up top. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And they go back on top. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. The incompletion brings up a second down. Off play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it. Got in the backfield, got the big play.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Blasted as he lets it go. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll try to get it through the air. Keeps it going. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, 3rd and 1. We're bringing in all the beef, right? We're bringing more guys to the line of scrimmage, more guys near the ball, thinking run, run, run. How about this? They try to be coy, slip a pass in there. Defense says, no, no, no. They were ready for it. Get the big sack. You get the loss yards point.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Alabama is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe the Tide can't roll back into this one. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to West Virginia. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First down here for the offense. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And on him after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This
got some room, headed to the goal line, and he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
26, Indiana.
On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He found some really good running room on that one. It just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Motion from the offense. They'll throw it on first down. Scrambling away. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. They'll run play action. Quick strike complete. At midfield, he's got room. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out fast. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Forced out of the pocket. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
When I get inside the 3 on 1st and goal, I want to be aggressive with the run. I want to be a physical. I want to be the more dominant team. You might know it's coming, but I'm still going to bring it. They tried to go with the changeup. They tried to throw the football very unsuccessfully. Nice job by the defense, being ready for everything, even though we're inside the 3-yard line.
Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to sneak it. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Well, you tried on 1st and 2nd, and you couldn't pay it off, so let's not overthink it. Let's just go with the quarterback sneak. Let's just let our guy get low, pick the side he wants to run to, drive his legs, and for the touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
26, Indiana. 21.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Nifty little dance step. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Right on target this time. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. You're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. After the missed connection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
That's caught. It's Lynch. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Going up top on first down. Steps away. Short gain on the play before he slides. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Works the middle. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay. Those usually aren't the ones that are going to kill you. So one mistake, back-to-back weeks, that's fine. You just can't make multiple. But the team's winning this week, which is the most important stat that he cares about.
And the Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easier. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Wants to throw on third down. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Iowa! And they take...
Touchdown.
6 more points. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the returner will be dragged down. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
Great job by the DB seeing where the ball's going and breaking it. None of that sounds stupid. Of course it is. He's supposed to do that. But a lot of times the angles you take are sometimes compromised and leaves you giving up big plays. Nice job going straight to the football and swatting it on the ground.
On third down, he drops to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Walters. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They keep attacking through the air. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. And the Hoosiers are flying down the field. Quarterback will audible. Trying to find his man on first down. He'll pull it down and run. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And you can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Walters. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Hoosiers have moved it inside the 20. He finds his man. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Indiana! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they can lose this ball game.
He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Iowa has the ball back on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep leading the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. The Hawkeyes brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first down. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice 3rd down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense on an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll go right back to the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the shotgun, they'll run it. On the move at the 30. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball.
Timeout.
Save as much time as possible. And the Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10.